Well, I mean, don't go live right this second.
We're live.
No, I'm down in the garbage can right now. I'm teasing. Yep. Hey, everybody.
Hello, guys. Hi, Grasshopper and Mike. And I think that's all that's in here right now. We should be getting some more people in a second.
Hey, friends. Grasshopper likes
And,
that when I say, hey, friends.
let's see. I think Blackie and Sarah will be coming on when they in a few here. And Ed, I don't think will be coming. Hi, Chris. Hi, Sketty Nona. Sketty Nona. Hi, Sky. Ed had to take his parents to on a trip, and he wasn't sure if he would be able to come up or not. So we aren't going to count on him showing up. And if he does, it'll be a nice surprise.
I don't know why they had to go to Kentucky. I didn't ask them.
Blackie. Hello.
Hey, Blackie.
Oh, hi there. That's if I actually move my microphone, isn't it? How are we?
Good.
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. A little bit tired, but you get that on the big jobs.
A little bit country, a little bit rock and roll.
That's a good descriptor. Hey, Huawei, Sky, everyone else.
I'm just finishing up a little tiny aceo card.
Oh, what's it
And then when hopefully there'll be enough people here, I can try to auction off that emu, because yes, Pam has a couple bills that she must pay.
What's the card of?
Sooner. It's some little goslings. I'm just about done, and as soon as I'm done, I'll show you, because it's like I'm really close to being done.
Well, I thought it was probably going to be. I thought you were going to be doing one of my lizards or something. Or did I imagine that?
I probably will be doing one of them, because I like doing lizards.
Yeah.
But tonight, I've got these little goslings that are almost done, and then I'll decide what to do next.
Hey, Kiwi Mama.
Kiwi, hi.
This is one reason that I really don't like to clean a whole lot, because you can't find shit when you go back next time. I'm looking for my bleach bottle. I'm going to treat my Brazilian rainbow boa for mites during the stream.
You might do that?
I am going to do that. I am going to do it, yeah.
Nobody appreciates my humor.
Oh, I got it. It finally shed. It was blue for how long? And it finally shed and ate the poor little rat that had lived in there with it for a week. I was literally feeding the rat. And it was drinking the water out of the snake's bowl. So all that's accomplished. I want the shed too. It looks intact. I've got to clean out.
I'm done.
Let's see. Got to clean out a tub, put the snake in.
I gotta find a little sleeve to drop this in.
How do those seal? Are they adhesive or heat or what?
What's that?
Those sleeves.
Oh no, they just got an opening on one end and you just slide it in.
Oh, I didn't notice them not being sealed completely.
Yeah, there's an opening on one end of it. Doo-doo. Okay.
I would imagine that you can probably. Oh, cute.
How's that? Goslings.
Well,
Which one's called Brian?
Good one. From what I can see, they look pretty good.
I'll blow myself up for just a minute, but you don't really want to see me. I look like shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, they're cute. Very nice. Looks like the light's just shining on their little faces.
Yeah. Hey, Chew. So if we get enough people in here, I'll get them off. I was going to give it away. It depends. If I can sell the emu enough to pay my bill that I have to pay, then I'll probably give the goslings away. And if not, I'll sell them for whatever I can get out of them. But, yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Got those damn heating bills I still got to pay.
You ought to just cut that heat off, Pam.
Yeah, sure. We don't need no stinking heat. Oh, I've got a couple of the biggest bills I've ever had, so yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they just ruin everything?
Yeah.
People want their money. I'm cleaning out a tub that it is a failed cricket farm. You know how that must fail.
A failed cricket farm.
A failed cricket farm?
Yeah.
They all got out.
No, none of them ever made it. That's what it looked like. So that's what I'm cleaning with vinegar in my.
Is that like cricket guts?
Well, it's paper towels stuck to the bottom, but it's probably cricket guts and pee and whatever they do.
Ugh.
I threw away the egg cartons. I had egg cartons like 4 stories in there for them, and food and heating pad underneath. And it was Jenny Lynn's secret recipe. But hers flourished, but mine haven't. I'll tell you that.
Bob is the anti-cricket person.
Huh?
You're the anti-cricket person.
No, I wanted to grow them so I wouldn't have to keep buying them. Because I have to buy like 300 a week now. Well, exactly 300 a week. And they eat them all. While that's marinating, I'll show y'all something else. It's cool. And it's actually kind of a fish-related thing. Kind of. Okay. Somebody added me to a Middle Tennessee Exotic and Aquatics Club, and they sit on there all the time swapping and selling, and I'm going to unadd myself.
Sarah's almost there.
Blackie, I want to apologize again. I should have talked to you before your stream. What did you do now? What did you do now?
What do you mean?
Huawei said that. He should have talked to you before your stream.
All good, Huawei.
Yeah, I could tell Blackie what's going on too, but if he wants to know, I could tell him what happened, but
I know what
happened. Not
happened.
that big of a deal.
We spoke about it.
Yeah, because he said he
was just being very apologetic, but I took your apology the first time, mate.
Yeah.
All good. Water under the bridge. I
But
still love you, man.
Don't be a drama queen. So here they are. They're just old, cheap, but they're fish. Glass fish.
Oh, yeah, those glass fish. I remember when you got those.
No, these are not those. These are.
These aren't the same ones?
These are old. An old lady that used to volunteer at the art brought them. She died now, but.
Are they like antiques? Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're old. She said she got them like in the 50s. She's older than me.
Oh, wow.
I just left them there since she brought them there, but we were trying to clear the mantle off. And I just said, well, since they're mine, I'll just take them home. I don't know if you saw the first one. They're pretty cool. I don't think any of them look like any real kind of fish, but they're cool. Yellow, orange, blue.
I can just almost remember seeing those like in like my grandma's house or something. Someone I know had something like that.
I'll tell you one thing, they must be full of lead because I dropped 2 of them. I was carrying them in my Tennessee Mafia. You can take me down, please. My Tennessee Mafia fish hat out of the ark the other day, 2 days ago, and I dropped them from chest height to the pavement, to the driveway, and I screamed, God, you know what I said. Anyway, they didn't chip. You can't even tell they were dropped.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Yeah. And then getting them out of the truck, I went around to the other side because I could only find 3 in the seat. And the one that had fallen down fell out onto the concrete in the garage. And again, nope, no chips.
So that was probably like they could be registered as dangerous weapons if you threw them at somebody.
Oh, hell yeah, especially with those fins and flippers and stuff. I should have lined them all up. They're pretty cool. They're just blown glass, I'm sure. They're hard, I'll tell you that.
Hi, Sarah.
Well, hello. I have to disappear and go and find some whippersnipper cord. 1 sec.
Did she say she had to go find some whippersnipper
Cord. Yeah.
cord?
You know, the plastic twine you put on the end of your whippersnipper to cut the grass?
Yep, use it all the time. All the time. I'll probably use it to tie the snake up with tonight.
It's pretty handy stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you love?
Even better than kitchen twine. Cooking twine.
I think the little shit is getting into the cat food. So what are you going to be doing tonight, Sarah?
Once again, it's still a mystery because I haven't organized anything. I've been doing lots of jobs all day, and I was just in the garden laying like mulch and stuff, I guess. Just before I came on, and I quickly jumped through an ice cold shower to try and wash some of the dust and sweat off me. And so now I'm here. I have to find something to do, but I will find something.
Cool.
I'll probably draw something.
Probably on a shirt or paper.
That's right.
Well, that works.
Pam, would you stop haranguing her and let her get settled, please?
Hi, puppy.
Please.
She's gonna get bathed now. My boy is about to wash her, and she knows it as having a shower because at our old house we had a shower with one of those it's like the handle. Right? Yeah, but you can move it around. So that's where we used to wash her in the shower. No, you have to go and have a shower. No, I don't imagine she's trying to hide from her shower.
She knows.
I do that too.
On.
She does.
Okay.
Well, what do I draw now? I just finished a little card that I was going to work on tonight, but I ended up getting excited about it and finishing it with having it almost done when the stream started. So I already finished it, and that's that one there.
Oh, hell, did y'all see me drinking coffee anywhere? Jesus. There it is.
I don't know what you did with your coffee.
I found it. It's way back here 10 minutes ago. I found it.
That's like my life. It's just where did I put my fill in the blank? And I just walk around my whole time trying to find the last thing that I put down in some location. I never remember.
Y'all want to see the shed off of this big snake?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure. You can blow me up again, Pam,
Okay.
when you get through snorting whatever that was. All right. So this is the one that's being treated for mites, and he's pissed off. Reggie, he's hiding back there. He's halfway through, but see the shed starts way back there. I think you can see it from there. And it comes around that wood and there and behind
Oh, yeah.
there, and then gets pretty fat and then goes back there. So I think this
Oh,
is
wow.
the tail that goes back there.
You kind of did it all in one piece, huh?
And she's got nice new clothes on now.
Shiny.
There's half of her, or maybe 2/3. I don't know. She's under there. So I get to take all that out and put it on the porch.
Give me
And
another
put
go
her,
there.
spray her, and put her in this tub I'm cleaning up.
Sweet.
That's it. That's what I'm doing tonight. All right, you can take me down, Pam.
Okay. Hold on. I got to get over to my buttons.
Take me down.
I feel like I would thoroughly enjoy visiting you, Bob, and getting
I
to
agree.
see all these guys like in person.
I've got some cool fish, but I've also got some cool snakes, which is what are new to me.
I am the most interested in the reptiles, for
Yeah.
sure.
I bet Blackie knows this. I've been meaning to Google it, but I can't remember it long enough to do it. Chameleons, I guess, don't get mites. Since they can't lodge under a scale, they don't have true scales, do they?
I'm not really sure.
Y'all hear that buzzing sound?
Yeah.
Are you radioactive worm?
What is that?
I don't hear it.
I'm gonna just mute yourself, Sarah. Just let's go through. Bob and I have muted and interesting.
I can't hear it. Is it me?
Try muting yourself, Pam, and we'll see if it's you because we were all muted in it. Yeah,
I think
it's
it was.
Pam.
Huh. Let me see if I got any sound I need to adjust. I didn't change anything.
Are you using any other electrical appliance that's not up on the desk?
Just the heaters behind me, but it doesn't make like a buzzing sound though.
No, this is not in the air. This is in the connection, like the wires are buzzing.
Oh,
Like that
Oh.
old timey sound.
It does seem to have stopped though.
Yep.
Well, that's what counts.
is it still doing it? I didn't hear it at all. So
It stopped. Probably Star's little switchblade. She was going to work on your ankles when you stepped on her.
hi, BJ.
Hey BJ, hey Holly.
Holly, hi.
How big is she, Bob? That looked pretty big. Oh, you're talking about the snake? Well, I'm not sure. I would mention to the guy at the pet shop yesterday or today that I really wanted to get the shed out and, of course, spray it because I'm sure it's got thousands of mites or hundreds. And hold it over the tub where she is, being careful not to spray her in the face after I've sprayed her long nubile body down. But he said, that wouldn't be a truly accurate, even if it's complete, because they're elastic like and that it would harden and shrink some.
snake blower.
So I was hoping to measure the shed and get an idea.
Yeah, I've heard that they can be 150% the size of a snake because of the way they stretch them when they pull them off.
Oh, that'll stretch it longer.
Yeah.
I was thinking he meant that it would. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I thought, well, why would a snake wear that tight skin around? I thought he meant because it had grown into it. It had stretched and it would go back to its smaller size. Okay. All right. That makes more sense. That makes
Yeah,
more
I've,
sense.
I've never proved it by measuring a snake and then measuring its skin to find out. But yeah, apparently they're bigger than the snake itself once they're off.
I may have to take some picture or video of her if she's agreeable to that, and see if I can figure out how to calculate it. I don't know.
Calculate the length of the snake.
Yes.
That's what you use your string for again.
Hmm.
Hold string at the top and then just run it down with your hands down the length of the body and then measure the string.
I think she's probably stronger than me. If I don't want to stretch her body out, that she won't have it. She's pretty strong.
Yeah, that's why string's also easy, because then if the snake wants to move, you just got to hold the string in place on whatever part of the body of the snake you're holding.
Oh, okay.
Once you get to the end of the tail, then you sort of pinch it off there or hold
Right.
it there and then go and measure the length of string that you've got.
Oh, that's pretty smart.
If I can find some string, I'll do that. I did have some kitchen twine. Yazi, are you in on this? Can you help me? Snake?
Yeah, it's certainly also a job that's easier with more than two hands.
Well, she has never shown any aggression, but I've never done anything except I started hook training when I first got her. But then I realized she had bites, and so I stopped it. She also looked like she was going to shed, and that took 2 weeks completely for her to shed. And the last week, she wouldn't eat till after she shed. I said that a while ago. I guess she wasn't. It's more of a visual than a smell thing for her, for them.
Mm.
They're not very fast, so that's good. I mean, her strike's fast, but she's not fast. I started to say, where did Pam go? That's Sarah that left.
I'm here.
I see you. Pam, I think I've got a spoiled chug. She likes to sleep like that, and she wants to be held like that. And the other dogs don't appreciate it all the time.
But yeah, not much we can do about that blower.
Hi.
It turns out we have no fuel.
No fuel for your motor mower.
No fuel for the blower. The last of the two-stroke mix has gone into the whippersnipper, which Teo is using now. But I was going to set my little one to leaf blowering off stuff.
Oh, a whippersnipper is a lawn trimmer, edger thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As is like, it's not quite, it's not only just for the edges, it's a bit more heavy duty so it can cut through some of the bush and stuff. Because it's very bushy here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of this constant battle to try and keep it back. But I'm lucky that I have a son who is helpful in that regard. He enjoys mowing. I mean, not that much anymore, to be honest. But still enough, and he does it, and he's helpful. So between us,
it's not as much of a reward now.
no. Well, yeah, I used to be able to encourage him, like, okay, if you wash the dishes, then I will let you go and do the lawn mowing. And that was a pretty good deal, I think. And he thought so too.
Yeah.
What was the good deal? Sorry, I missed all that. Or do I have to go and watch the replay?
No, like, say, because Teo used to like doing the mowing and the ripper snipping so much that I could make deals with him that, like, you know, well, if you wash the dishes, I'll let you go and do the mowing.
Good deal. I like it.
But it's sounding like it's not so much a treat to him anymore.
It's not, but partly that's because now that he's a young man and he does some of it like for work, so he does lots of work out in the hot sun and his back's a bit bung. Apparently, according to, because he's ended up sort of going to doctors and hospitals a few times for his back, and they reckon that it's the brush cutting that's really bad. And that they get people who do that in all the time with bad backs. So.
Does he do it with the harness on?
Yeah. Well, not this one that we've got here, but the one he uses at Andrews, he does.
Yeah, I found my back still would hurt. I mean, it'd probably hurt a little bit less, but they didn't take away too much of the strain on the back.
Like we're doing like 5 and 6 hours in a row.
Hey, Steve. Soul Taker Steve.
Soul Taker.
When I was cleaning up, one of the joys of cleaning up is I found all these nice little pieces of paper.
Oh, nice. Oh, very good.
So I'm a bit happy with that.
Yeah, it's always good to find paper. I thought I was out of the paper that I've been using for most of my drawing, the bark paper, and I thought I was out, and I went and looked through, like I have a box of paper, and I went through it sheet by sheet and found 3 more pieces, 3 more sheets of paper. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Always a bonus with that expensive stuff. See you, mate.
Yeah, because it's like $10 a sheet, so yeah.
Don't forget to bring that back.
What about, you said, what should you start next? What about, Worm, I've got to do things, get down, to do a lizard.
I could do a lizard, but I'd have to spend some time looking for one, though.
You said you were going to take one out of that video or your last stream or something. I don't remember what it was. It was a lizard.
Yep, I don't remember now. But all I need to do is go back to your videos and pull a clip out and do a lizard.
You need to do that cute face one of Bob's. What one was that we saw last week with the darling little eyes and peeking out of its cave? Do you remember what one that was, Mikey?
Oh, the leopard geckos?
Leopard gecko, yeah.
Yes,
that's what it was, yeah.
Very funny, Huawei. Very funny.
Let's see what he's saying.
I wrote a joke. It's getting traction on Reddit, he said. Will that even fly over there? Because you don't call them escalators?
Do they call them?
Automatic stairs?
No, escalators.
No, you do call them escalators. Right.
I remember I made up a joke years ago. It was
you can just get a few out.
What do you
Hey,
get if
DJ.
you cross Ella Fitzgerald and Darth Vader? Elevator.
You need to tell that one to George for his fishy bad joke.
That was one I made up of that one a few years ago when people were doing crossing jokes a lot.
Yeah, I miss crossing jokes.
What do you get if you cross the sheep with a kangaroo? A woolly jumper.
Ah.
Pretty
What do you
good.
get if you cross a rabbit and an elephant?
I've heard this one, but I can't
Must
remember.
know this one.
A big hole in the ground with a dead rabbit.
Yeah. Do it.
Sorry.
Well, I apologize to all the rabbit keepers and the elephant keepers. So I'm fixing to go squirt whatever that stuff is in that bin is out that I thought this snake, and now it's going to go to sleep. What about that? There. Let him entertain because I have to mute this anyway. Be loud spraying that floor down.
Oh, nice big yawn. Shame we're on the wrong side of it.
You know, some of these names, I've seen jokes about it for these ball pythons, are getting to be like 6 and 8 things in their genetics. And he's a blackhead, pin, something fire. Oh, mahogany fire. Blackhead, pin, mahogany fire. Lots
Yeah,
of
the,
good ones.
The carpet pythons are getting like that as well. They've got
Oh, yeah.
so many different varieties of genes in them. They've got 5 and 6 names. If it's only got 4 names, it's not worthy,
Right. I saved his luggage bag to make sure that didn't sound like all of it. Blackhead, pin, mahogany fire. Yeah. 50% head for hypo and 50% head for pied. Oh, and he's got pied genes too. So there you go.
That's a good one, Huawei.
He keeps telling me.
Scientists recently managed to weigh a rainbow. Turns out it's pretty light.
Oh,
Oh, what did the farmer say to the cow that was on his roof? No takers? Get down off the roof, you silly cow. G'day, Craig.
my pen's kind of running out.
Which one? Yeah.
This one. But like, I've got like heaps of this one, but only one. Yeah, but that's this one.
Yeah.
I want this. I want this one.
Yeah, I couldn't find them. I suppose I was only in the newsagents,
This
not the
one?
stationery shop.
This one or any of them?
The darker one, because it's still a uni ball, isn't it?
It's the same pen. This one is finer. So I don't know. I think this one might be like 0.7 or 0.5. And then this one's like 0.5. And this is 0.7 and this is 0.5. It probably actually says on
Yeah,
there.
hello.
Or it doesn't.
Doesn't what?
Tell you how big they are.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure this one is 0.7 and this one is 0.5 and you can get a 0.31. But no, all the newsagents don't stock the pens that are like.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. The newsagents didn't have those guys when I was looking for them the other week.
And no one ever has these ones.
Not familiar with that one. Like I'm such an artist, I should be up on all the pens and whatnot.
They're just pens. All the pens I like are Uniball. It's just that they make all of the different ones that I like.
I wonder, does the model number refer to its size? Because were you saying the lighter grey ones are 7.7 mil?
Yeah.
And the model number on it's UB157. I wonder,
Yeah,
is
but
the
the
model
model number on this one is UB150, and I'm pretty sure it's a 0.5.
Yeah. That throws my theory out then.
But yeah, so I've got to order online. It turns out it can be quite economical, but it's a bit like that concept we were talking about before about how you have to have money to
Save money.
save money. Yeah. So if you're poor, you end up spending more money because it's heaps cheaper to buy a whole giant box of pens, which I will definitely use and go through really quickly. But it means I've got to fork out for a whole box of pens. Whereas to just buy one pen at a time is only like, you know, $5 or something.
What? What?
Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I'm at a point where I'm running dangerously short on many of my supplies, and I'm going to need to stock up.
G'day, trash cat.
Okay, I shall be right back. I gotta look through my files and find something that I can draw real quick. Not gonna be a lizard yet because I'm not gonna try to take the time to go through videos to find one right now. Nope, Bob still has a missing snake. His house snake is in the house somewhere.
I didn't know this.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know how warm it is there at the moment, but it's probably not going to want to go outside, is it? With a python.
With a python?
Sorry, I was a hyphen. I was talking to myself.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, I went to school with him.
At least someone still finds it funny, mate.
Now that's encouraged me to not stop doing that joke now that it got a laugh.
I mean, but to be fair, you've been doing that joke the entire time that I've known you.
I've been doing that. Been doing
Never
that
got
joke
that
my
laugh.
entire life. Yeah, you don't laugh at any of my jokes, though. That's it.
Well,
That
if you do a funny one, I promise I will.
That one's been passed down from father to son, probably from my dad's dad to him. But yeah,
Yeah,
got
but
that one.
also your dad's not a funny man.
He's like me in his mind. He's humorous as. What was the really are you into the 0.38 mil ones?
That's the one that I want to get. That's like so that's like, what is it called? Microfine? How big is that? Yes, I want 0.38 ones. Yes, please.
Yeah, just says ultra micro.
Ultra micro. That's the one. Yes, I haven't had any yet. I've only seen that they exist, and I desperately do want them, as well as micro. I used to like the fine ones, but they're just too fat. And as
These
big of
ones.
a fan as I am of...
No, these ones are fine. So you even mean the next step down is micro.
Micro is like what I like, and ultra micro I want to try. It will be good because with those ones you can get the ink, if you like focus in one point, you can get the ink to flow out of them. But then as you trail off, if you've got a fine one, you can get a nice really fine line to come out of that. So you can get dark bits and then detail bits out of the same pen. That's why I don't like these ones anymore, because they work really well, but the fine bits are not very fine. They're still quite thick.
I am currently discovering this.
So,
there's only one box of the 0.38s left, so I'm going to snap them up, but I will be pilfering from the box.
like, please, and especially if you're going to be doing drawings. Isn't that nice? The other ones that I love are these ones. They're called Air.
I can't read that.
It says Uniball Air.
Yeah. In what size?
Yeah, hi.
Well, so those ones, I believe I don't know. They might be 0.7 as well, because they're quite a fat one. But they might not be. But I got some thinner,
That's not what I want to do.
some thinner ones of those. But I didn't like them. So these ones. Hang on.
G'day, cat.
Yeah, they just don't say how fat they are on there. But so I got, it's just me. I got some of these that are the micro size of that one. But turns out I don't like them. I only like the fat ones of these. Because what I do with these is a lot more of like just getting them to bleed, to flow out, like a focus in one place and get like lots of ink out of them, and then I smear it. And it turns out that the fine one just works like a normal pen, and it takes too long to get it to bleed out that way. And so
Can you use your telephone and take a photo of it and send it to me, please?
Of the Air. Yeah.
All the ones you want.
Okay, I can do that. Especially since you already bought the Ultra Micros, didn't you? This is the one that I want. This one I go through heaps of, and I go through so many of them, and They wear out really quickly because of the way I use them.
I swear I use more pencil up trying to get them sharp than I do actually drawing with them.
Oh my gosh. But have you seen this instrument? It's called Hoovel. Okay. And it's a pencil plane. And it is this like absolutely beautiful looking little tool for sharpening your pencils. But instead of just sticking them in the sharpener, it's like a plane. So you can get them to exactly the point that you want. Hoovel.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's a Hovel, but the O's got like little.
KRB.
And it's like it's not cheap, but it's like something like that you like lust.
Yeah, but when you're looking at like Prisma colored pencils are not cheap either, and you can sit there and go through a whole frickin' pencil, and every time you think you have a point on it, the piece of lead breaks off and falls out, and you got to start all over again.
So I think, I mean, obviously, because your sharpener gets less sharp, and some sharpeners are better than others at doing it, but I think that whole action, and that's why I love the idea of having the little plane where you can just carefully plane off the bits, and you can get your point the way that you want it. If you want like a nice fine point, you can sort of work to that rather than digging it into the sharpener and just like shaving away your whole pencil into the So it's a beautiful looking tool. I haven't used it, so I can't actually recommend it, but it's the sort of thing that I look at and I can see the value. Yeah, well, I'm a little bit like drool.
Yeah, most people that aren't artists don't understand that the art pencils are like super soft. They aren't like sharpening a 2B pencil like that you used in school. It's not the same thing at all. No. It's like the lead on the drawing pencils, like the Prisma colored pencils and the charcoal are both like really soft, and like you can sit there and do it so slowly and carefully, and you think you've got a point and you pull it out and the whole piece of lead falls out like a 1/4 inch back into the inside of the pencil. So you've got to like shave the wood down and start all over again, and it can get extremely frustrating.
Imagine.
Extremely frustrating. Like you get mad at the pencil.
Good HARB.
Hey, GRB.
You might end up just like me and drooling over this Hoovel, but I recommend looking it up. I find a link and try and send it if I can.
Sorry, keep going.
No, you go.
It's not the wood; it's the lead itself, or the colored pencil, the colored pencil part itself. The wood isn't so crummy. It is the pencil part itself is like a lot softer than like your typical writing pencil like you used in school, the 2Bs.
The lead, you mean?
Yeah. Okay, well, we've got 17 people in here, so I'll see if there's any interest. I've got to sell a couple things today to pay my heating bill before I get shut off here.
What's the
But we've got these duckies, or goslings, actually. They're baby geese. And it's an aceo card. So I've got that. And then I've got this blue drawing, which is an 8x10, and it's matted to go into an 11x14 frame.
That is so lovely.
So, and I'll show the...
Get down from there. Damn it.
Hang on, and I'll show them in a photograph a little bit better. I gotta pull them up. So hold on a second, because it's hard to show them with the webcam.
Yeah.
Okay.
G'day, George. Oh, I already said that before, didn't I?
So this is the drawing of the emu, and it's an 8x10, and like I say, it's matted to go into an 11x14 ready-made frame. And it's normally a $300 drawing, but like I say, I'll put like $100 reserve on it if anybody wants to bid on it.
How much?
Let me get another one.
That's so special, Pam.
What's that?
It's just so, it's very special, that drawing. I think it's beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Hey, Vic. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. And I'm going to try to get to the post office on Monday. To be truthful, I've been having trouble getting to the post office because now nobody get upset with me, but my feet are swelling up so bad I can't even get shoes on for the last few weeks here. So anyway, I'm going to try again Monday.
Are they due to go down by Monday?
Huh?
Are they due to go down Monday?
Is what due to go down?
You're swelling.
I hope so. I'm hoping every
too.
day I get up and look at them and say, please don't be swelled up. And every morning they're swelled up. So,
Yeah.
but hopefully I can get my shoe. If I get my shoes on first thing in the morning before they swell up any worse,
They're trapped.
try that. I have no idea why my feet are swelling up, but the last few weeks it's been extremely bad.
Well,
Are you having trouble too, BJ? I mean, it's like I've got a pair of tennis shoes that one of my kids left behind that's a size and a half too big for me, and I can't even get them on. Like, I can't
BJ,
get damn things on because
tell her,
my feet swell up so
tell her
bad.
what could be causing it. Tell her what could be causing it, BJ. I tried and she don't listen. She don't
How
listen.
is your salt intake? I try not to eat any extra salt, but I'm sure I'm having some salt.
You may not. That may not be related to it. It's not always sodium. Not always. But what about a pair of flip-flops?
A what?
Pair of flip-flops.
Well, I can't wear flip-flops when it's like snow on the ground, Bob.
I do.
Well, I'm not going to try.
You're not a hillbilly then, that's for sure.
No, I guess not.
That's what I got on right now.
I think it's been weeks since I even had shoes on.
Right.
Yeah, but you got hot weather there.
Even in the winter, I get around in no shoes.
Just don't get out there and get on a snake. That's what they used to tell us kids. Don't get out in them woods and get on a snake.
Get on a snake.
Get on a snake. Not step on, get on.
Oh, okay. And the other thing that I got to sell that I just finished, which I'll just show you guys because I just finished it tonight. So, and this is just a little aceo card, can easily be shipped anywhere. So it's some baby geeses. So if anybody wants to bid on that, we can start the bidding on that at like $20 if anybody's interested. So go ahead if anybody's interested in either one of those, throw out a bid. And if not, then I'll just put them away and try to do a stream tomorrow night and see what happens.
That's exactly what I told her to Mike when I was bitching at her. Exactly
that?
what I told her. What Mike said.
Uh.
Yep. That's exactly what I told her. Yeah, it depends on what the cause of it is. And sometimes people are told to limit their salt, but that's just for a couple of diagnoses. There are a lot of other things that can be. Anywho. I hope that snake continues to sleep while I spray it and move it. Not likely, but
Get your spray to room temperature or its temperature.
yeah, it's been mixed up for 4 days. So
Yeah.
it is. I started with a smaller one and he didn't like it at all. But
What chemical are you using to treat?
that ivermectin, remember I showed you the
Yeah,
bottle,
yeah,
the jug?
yeah.
Yep. The little bit of Dawn dish detergent in it, 6 drops to 32 ounces, and tap water. No soaking, just spraying and keeping it damp in there. No water the first 3 days so they can't wash it off themselves in their water and poison themselves. Penny, you're so cute. You are. Phew. I just need a little break now.
G'day, Cody. AAA. How are you, lads?
There's Cat.
Just sat by the microwave waiting for dinner to come out, is it?
Yep. Yeah, liver, CHF, heart, most likely. Mine was my blood pressure. Just my right leg would swell. The bitch in shorts weather, because I wear those in the winter too. Mr. Tickler. Did anybody bid?
Nope. Nobody's bidding on anything.
Which one did you start with?
Huh?
Which one did you start with? Gosling
Well,
or
it
the
doesn't
Emu?
matter. We could start with the Goslings if anybody's interested in them.
Oh, you didn't start yet. Sorry.
Like I say, those can be shipped anywhere in the world real easily. So
Speaking of shipping, Pam, did you get your art from Australia?
no.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
But the post office has not been the freeways have been closed here for the last few days, so there's no postal service coming or going for the last couple of days.
Yeah. Rain or sleet or shine.
Yeah, but no trucks are going. I mean, the freeway is closed, so no trucks can come in on the freeway. So the mail trucks aren't coming in. I think
Right.
they opened it up today, though.
I imagine there'd be quite a backlog then if it's been a while.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is that once it closed like that for a few days, and you got to figure everything in southern Wyoming, southeastern Wyoming goes to Denver to a distribution center to get sorted. So it isn't just the Laramie mail that's backed up; it's everything all the way across the state on I-80, all the way clear across Wyoming, and it has all got to come like through Laramie and then over to Denver, and it all hits at once, and they get backed up, so it takes a little while for them to catch up because they aren't just getting like all the mail from Laramie for 2 or 3 days; they're getting it from all the way across the whole state of Wyoming. If that makes any sense. Did that make sense the way I explained it?
Yeah, it added up eventually. But we're in a big country too. We understand how mail has to get routed all over the place. I think that's what you were meaning, or did I misunderstand?
No, that's it.
Maybe AAA, are you interested in Pam's emu picture in memoriam of your dying out local emu population?
I would definitely be interested if I wasn't a poor person, because it's another one again that so my middle son, the one who you drew a wolf once, Pam, and I was like thinking, oh, if I only could buy that wolf because he would love that wolf picture. But he's the one that I made the emu cake
Yeah.
for, and his favorite animal as a child, and like as a younger child, until he discovered magical wolves, was emus. And we have a book. It's a very special book, but like a sentimentally valuable book.
Nice.
That was his favorite one. That the star of the book is an emu. The book is called Who Am I? And it's, just got Australian animals in it.
And I believe from memory, it's got a very, very similar looking fluffy emu on the cover of the book. He's a very feathery emu like Pam's one as well, yeah?
I'm not sure actually. I feel like the cover doesn't have an emu at all. But I'll have a little look. Hang on.
I think I can remember flicking through the book while at Sarah's house. $50.
Yikes,
I'll bid $50 on it.
Is
The
it a
Knox will
book?
tell you.
What kind of book is it?
Just a kid's, book with a moral kind of thing.
Oh,
Well, that's a nice begonia. Is it a begonia?
it is. I've had it sitting by the back door on that aquarium for a week. It is a begonia. I think it's what they commonly call the angel wing. I killed my other. Well, actually, the cats killed it, knocking the shell down. They don't get up here. At least I've never seen them up here. So let's see. We'll see.
Pardon me.
I give that 7.8. 7.8. Do you remember,
$50, man. $50. I'm bidding on your emu.
Do you remember, Blackie, a long time ago when I used to rate when you would burp? You
So
probably
you're
don't
bidding
remember.
$50 on the emu?
I am now that. Yep.
Okay. I'll type that in.
I'm not even sure what the exchange rate is, but I'm happy to bid in American dollars.
So I'll show people the emu. It is an 11 by 14 with with the mat. It's 11 by 14. It's an 8 by 10 drawing and an 11 by 14 mat, which is a standard size frame with glass. So you can just like get a frame and drop it right into it.
It's so good.
And AAA says 55.
60.
Sam's being silly. Let me look at this a minute. I must have missed it. Oh, Mr. Tickler. Okay. I saw that.
We'll have to look up exchange rates though.
I would do that, but if I were on my computer, I could look up if chameleons get twice. So Blackie's at 60 right now.
Dang. It's a really good time for Australians to sell art to Americans, but not necessarily the other way around.
Yeah, you can have.
Hmm.
So it turns out
What a surprise. What kept you warm?
Okay, so we got $60 for Blackie. And do we have any other bids on the emu?
Guys, he's thinking of ways to murder you.
Emu?
That's never going to get old, you know.
The shipping is probably going to be, I would guess, around $20 for that. It's not going to be totally outrageous for Australia. I've sent stuff to Australia before. GRB says 60 US is 88.28 Australian.
My conversion says 89.22.
So you'll actually get 89.22. Is that how that works? No.
No. She'll get the $60 plus postage, but it'll cost us $89. It's bloody worth it though. It's a fantastic picture.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's just that postage is crazy.
well, it's worth more than that.
It's exactly, yeah.
I actually like that one quite a bit. I usually don't admit to that, but I gotta admit I like how that one came out. The emu.
Right. It is great.
Yeah. Well, for the U.S., it's probably gonna be like about $12 postage, and for Australia, probably about $20.
So in the book that I've got, what it says on the page for the emu, it says, "I bat my lovely lashes over big brown eyes. My body is feathered. I'm quite the size. My legs are long. I run with grace. But my very best feature is my beautiful face." And so I think that you've sort of captured all of that in this emu because it has a beautiful face.
Absolutely.
The emu in this book doesn't hold a candle to that one. So. But it was still the favorite of one small boy for many years.
Can you show me the picture of it in there? Because I'm sure I've flicked through that book whilst at your house at some stage.
Yeah, I'm
Or
sure that
the
you
previous
have.
house.
Like, I seem to remember like reading it, but the one in here is just like, oh,
Yeah,
hello.
right.
It's been repaired a few times.
Yeah, no, that's not the one I'm thinking of.
No. And the cover has got a full neck. But definitely, because, like, you know, this one, I read this book so many times.
Are they all Australian animals?
Yeah, they are. They are.
And see, kids' books here have things in them like cool Australian animals and elephants.
You put it where you got it from?
Uh-huh.
We don't have any
Huh?
cool animals here.
So back there, where so people can still come down
Just
the ramps
one.
on their wheelie walkers and whatnot. That's fine.
Well, yeah, I found this one at an op shop. And, you know, I mean, to be fair, I bought most of my kids' books.
Totally.
And I used to buy their clothes, whatever I didn't like make for them in terms of clothes and toys and books. I pretty much bought from op shops. But I bought this one not even like knowing it. I was just like, oh yeah, animal book. I grabbed it and it was just, I had to read it every day. It was the treasured possession. So
We never had books read to us when we were kids.
oh, I've only just stopped reading to my children, and not really through choice so much as, well, probably if I had a good book and I started, they'd still come and listen. But like we transitioned from, like, only a few years ago, we were still reading picture books every day. And then I was like, well, let's try and read something long. So we started Harry Potter. And so then I read out loud the entirety of the Harry Potter books.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
come on! I read a little bit.
Yeah,
You didn't
Taya
read the entirety. Oh, and good point. Yeah, Taya read some too.
That's a lot of
Taya
reading.
We
Taya
had
did
kids'
voices.
books.
Well, we say you read it. We were trying to get Mikey to do the Hagrid voice bits, because what happens is that Hagrid voice is so deep in my throat that it would hurt my throat. And we're like, Michael will have the perfect voice for that. So we tried to get him to do it.
Yeah, I didn't do a very good job.
We had
Yeah.
kids' books. We had to read them ourselves.
Nah.
What did you say, Scungy?
I said you got too in your head about it. You like
Yeah, true.
froze up reading the Hagrid bits.
I know that's just what happens when I try and read. Full stop.
But like, remember, I was gonna read kids' books on your stream, Mikey. I wanted to read everyone's Linky Malinky, amongst other things. This is a poem that heals fish.
Okay, so I'm thinking that nobody else is going to bid anymore on the emu.
I think I might have scared AAA off talking about exchange rates,
So,
but that's okay.
So it looks like Blackie has it for $60.
Congratulations. Awesome.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
That's it.
Which is a hell of a good deal on that drawing, Blackie.
I
Isn't
know,
that though?
right? That's what I was going to ask you, George, if they're in a wildlife park or if there's a wild population there. I'm sure they could probably survive in Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, that one that I drew is actually from a wildlife zoo in Arizona. So
I'm going to have to get Scungy to use her PayPal to pay you because my PayPal is inactive.
oh yeah, I remember one time you were like gonna donate me some money and you never could get it to go through.
Yeah, I
So
don't know what's happened to it. I might have to start a new one or something. Is that okay with you, Sarah?
Yeah, that's fine. Just tell me exactly what you
thank
want
you,
me to do.
AAA.
Can you at some stage, Pam, please put your PayPal link into our little group chat?
Okay.
I know Huawei's put it into the YouTube chat here. But I'm AAA, that's nice. AAA's
And then you
such a-
can put in the address that you want it sent to.
Yeah. What's going to come to
I
my
can.
address? That's my emu now. They're good eating, George. Should go and see if they do emu steaks.
Oh.
GRB says he used to read Mills and Boone novels out loud to my girlfriend and friends at the beach in character. I was entertained.
Far out.
That's brilliant, GRB. Very, very generous with your time to do such a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, George has eaten the emu.
So where do you reckon we can get crocodile meat from?
There used to be a pie shop in Lismore that sold crocodile meat pies.
Okay, they probably washed away now.
Yeah, they don't. No, they actually were out of business long before the floods and whatnot. But they didn't just sell crocodile pies. They were just like a bakery that had a few random, interesting game meat pies.
Sure. Oh well, I just have a kid who wants to try some crocodile.
I would probably suggest you go into a local butcher because quite often, butchers won't regularly stock, but they're the guys who will have the contacts who could probably get it in.
Sure.
Really, that's cool. Huh.
But yeah, not the sort of meat that everyone's chasing, so they don't have a regular, let's get 6 pounds of crocodile steak in.
Oh. Well, I might. The thing is that the smell of the butcher does make me feel like I want to vomit.
Oh, really? I love it. I love walking into a butcher.
So one of the things when I was in primary school, they took us on these excursions to the police station to all have a practice getting our fingers printed and fire station. I went to the butcher and yeah, I'd not been in the butcher before. We had to go in there and be in there for ages and I had to go, but my teacher was not the best human and she made fun of me and stuff.
Oh.
But I was like, I can't keep being in here and breathing in this air. It was gross. And so it still always reminds me. But that's funny because also we went on an excursion to the sugar mill and that made me want to vomit as well, and I had to leave. And now
That
I can
one
still
I can
stand
understand
the smell
more
of
so.
sugar. The smell of sugar is just like, oh, really gross. On that note, I love sugarcane juice with ginger in it.
But it's understandable that you had, these harrowing experiences when in your formative years, and they continue to affect you.
Yeah. Well, I'm still not like um I'm not big on meat. I will go for like some really bloody nice bit of meat if I could. Um like occasionally. I think that's the thing. I would like it. But I mostly have also but like I my mum cooked meat. My mum was like liked meat a lot, but I was also raised a lot by a man whose favorite thing was falafel. So that has definitely, and like falafel feels like a really comforting food to me. I find it really nurturing, and I eat them, and I'm like, they can be dry, but they just still feel so nurturing and lovely. So, you know, I think that's from my childhood. I don't know.
Oh, hang on. Let me blow that out.
I haven't been drawing very diligently. I have been drawing, and someone is coming out.
That is cool. Oh, yeah.
That's I'm a little bit intrigued.
Mm. Nice.
You'll see in a short minute.
Have you got
Oh,
twins? Come on,
I
show
got
me, show me, show me.
an
Come on.
angelfish.
I mean, not. I wouldn't say twinsies, but some similar running themes.
Yeah.
I don't know which way it
Cool.
goes.
They're the best ones that go in all directions. I've got this picture up on my wall. Actually, can I show everyone? I have this picture on my wall, and me and my son have fun conversations where we're like, "Oh, I found a new thing that it is," and we see it as different things. But I have to wait because I have to go and like actually pull it off my wall.
Okay.
Yeah, I can vouch for that too, Kiwi Mamo. I think it is the hops that makes a brewery stink, apart from all the beer that's spilt on the floor and whatnot. But yeah, hops is a pretty putrid smell when it's in the oast.
Apparently,
Blow you up here.
chameleons can get mites.
Oh, that's right. I said I was going to look that up for you, and I didn't. I love that picture so much.
That one is awesome.
Oh yeah.
So much detail in it.
You can see all sorts of different things in it. My current favorite one, which makes my son giggle, is that it's like a giant pair of legs, like a really big, nice, thick leg, and they're having a run. I don't know if you can see those ones. That's one of my favorites. And like you can go in all the directions. This picture really.
The joys of abstract.
Yeah.
Hey, look, your ring light's working.
Oh yeah, so it's working again. I was like ready to toss it, and I thought I'll plug it in. I plugged them both in and tested them, and it worked.
I like
Which
that
one's
flame.
working?
But your one's working. Anyway, that's the way I ended up choosing to hang it. But we have a lot of good times working out. I hold it straight so you can get a bit like the reflection.
Very cool.
Yeah, those big ones. I don't think I've seen you fail on a big one yet. They all end up awesome because you get so much intricate detail in them.
Yeah, well, I love doing it. Well, at the moment, I've been really hanging to do some big ones. But
Oh, wow. There is
Um,
tons of little details in that.
yes. My main thing that's holding me back is having a good workspace. So I keep wanting to pull out the big paper, and then I'm like, oh no, I've got nowhere that I can draw. So I keep looking at those like drafting tables. You know, you can get a big drafting table. You can put a big piece on. That's what I would like. And
Hey,
so it's something that nothing else can go on. So it's always free for paper to go. And I would draw all the things. But like I have a bunch. I could maybe even like I can show if people are interested, but I don't want to like shove stuff down anyone's throat. But you know, if you're interested, I've got a few like that I've started on that I haven't finished.
G'day, DD.
Stuff. Put this guy to the side.
Well, this is supposed to be an art stream, so maybe they didn't get the email. All right, understand that.
It's a good time to show art.
Right.
Hang on. I feel like maybe I already showed this. This isn't one of the big drawings. But I'm interested in.
Oh, I love that one too.
It's like it's painting and charcoal, but like I really like it as well.
It's gorgeous.
I would like to be able to frame it.
G'day, vibes.
But,
You need to get that one framed.
Yeah.
How
Agreed.
big is that one?
That's hard for me to say. I don't know how to measure. It's like I don't know. It might be like what A1. It's probably like 60 centimeters up, 80 centimeters across. That's what I reckon. That's my best guess as someone who's not that good at measuring stuff.
Pam, what's that in inches?
I don't know.
Damn it.
I can look it up if you
It looks like it's around a 16 by 20, I would guess.
Yeah. Or maybe 18 by 22.
18 by 20. It's either 18 by 24 or 16 by 20.
Yeah. That looks right.
I reckon it might be even
No,
bigger.
like it's 60 centimeters by 80 centimeters. What does that mean in inches?
Hang on. What?
You're good at that stuff.
I've got a converter thing on my phone. I'll go to it, and you'll have to tell me the centimeters again.
Okay, I will.
Once I find where I keep it. It's on my calculator. That's right.
See, I've been out of my thing of drawing for a little bit with all Christmas and holidays and everything. As soon as I start coming to my drawings again, I realize just how many I have and I'm looking at. This is not, I'm just coming across ones now, and so now I'm just going to show stuff.
What did you say the size was again, please?
60 centimeters by 80 centimeters.
Well, 60 is 23 inches, 2 foot, basically. And what was the second number? 80 something.
Yeah, I think it's so. That's an approximate, but that's what I reckon it is. By looking at it, 60 by 80.
80 is 31.5 inches. That's pretty wild too, that one. That needs a frame also.
Yep.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Is that a little boy cuddling with a puppy?
Is it what?
A little boy cuddling with a puppy.
Yeah, I saw it.
In here. It like technically was a naked lady, but
I saw that too, but
Boys can have boobs too.
Pimpy's a
I'm living proof.
PG-13 stream.
most of my drawings are inspired by a naked lady.
It was a little boy with gynecomastia.
What? So yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to put these wood in this tub and spray them.
Oh, that was cool too.
You know, they're all like.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Yeah. This one I'm really excited by. Oh, hang on.
I see prawn in that one.
Look at all the little details. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's really difficult to show how much detail on these shows, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You just can't see how they are.
Wild. I don't think I've seen that one before.
But you have.
Have I?
Yeah. I mean, maybe not in person. But yeah, so these are all ones that I'm really keen to get working on. It's just that since I've moved, I just don't have a space to draw. And I have a ton of really big paintings as well. Actually, sorry, tell me if I'm being annoying.
No, you're on a roll, love.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
The thing is, I have all these paintings, and what I'm interested in is whether anyone likes them. I guess.
Very cool.
Is that the same size paper?
Yeah.
Just for some reason looks larger. Maybe it's just because it's portrait instead of landscape.
Oh, well, yeah, but also, so the ones the paintings are on are slightly larger than those last ink drawing ones. So those last ink drawing ones are like arches. They're like a watercolor paper, whereas this is, I don't know. I get it from Liz.
Almost like a card, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like cellulose, yeah, like tree, made from a tree. Whereas the other ones are made from cotton. But so I have these ones, and I'm just like not sure how
Oh, cool.
I'll keep making them because I enjoy them. I like making them, but I just don't know if they're stuff that people like.
Well, they say that about all forms of art, that you don't do art for other people, you do it for yourself.
Yeah, well, I do, and here I have, and will continue to. But it's still interesting to know, like, I guess, if people
What
like it.
floats people's boats.
Yeah. Well, because it's like either I'll do them and I'll just keep them for myself, you know, or put them out there for other people to enjoy. Some of the people that I go drawing with get really excited when I do big ones.
The Scungy fan club.
Yeah, well, they are a bit. I have a big painting on the wall here. I might not pull it down, but it's one I really like.
Well, I want to see it.
The one that I'm hanging on my wall. I can bring it. I'll try.
You could always just do the StreamYard link on your telephone and go to it instead.
Cool.
Do you think that will work?
Yeah, you just might get if you open it while you've got your computer one open, you might get a wee bit of feedback and stuff. So just turn the volume down on your telephone as soon as you open the link. I don't think it lets you. It might on an iPhone, but on an Android, once you're on StreamYard, you can't actually mute your telephone unless someone else can prove me otherwise. But I've always found that to be my experience.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's nifty.
This one needs a little bit of finishing. Or I just
you
want
can
to.
say that forever about everything.
No, not really. I just want to paint the papery background. The center guy, he's done. I'm happy with him. But yeah, and I like. Hang on. I've got so many drawings. Oh, I just have so many. I'm sorry. See, I've got like this one also needs to get finished, but I'm liking this one
Oh, neat.
as well. And then I'll show this one. I don't know what's happening with this one. Something's happening with it, and I don't know. So again, it's not finished. Hang on. But like it's just funny because it's like I just haven't seen these for ages. Since I moved, they've just been in this big pile. That's just months and months where I don't see them.
Oh, I like that. That's really cool.
And then I think on the same day I painted this one. Hold on. Come on, brain.
Oh, I haven't seen those ones either. Vivid.
No.
I remember
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. And
Mainly
try
because
and
of the pink rectangles.
I was meant to go and get that one from out in the house, wasn't I? But that's like if I haven't just shoved too much of my stuff down everyone's throat. You know, I don't know if I can. I will try. So what did you say? I have to mute my computer first?
One or the
Okay.
other. That's
All right,
I've
so
actually I've never considered that as an option. Now that you mention that,
And
when
then
I've
I
tried
think
to do too.
if she does it on her phone, then it'll pop up as another box for me to click on for her, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll watch that.
Perfect. Let's have a go. So you guys are muted now. I can't hear you quite. I'm going to try and put it on here. Paste. Go.
And it'll probably you can't hear me anyway.
Now it's just got my face on it.
Oh, I see you.
Yeah, that's why I say turn the volume down on your telephone, or you'll get some loops. Oh no,
Yeah.
maybe not.
So now I've just turned the volume down. So if you guys say anything, I probably can't hear it though. But also, there's some music up this end of the house. But hang on. I have to try and get it to go the other way, don't I?
Flip it
I don't
around.
think
Yeah.
I can. Camera? Okay. It has to go like this.
Oh, that's really neat. You got to try to hold it closer. There you go. Very cool.
Oops. That's my bathroom.
I don't know why it's not letting her turn the camera around.
That's it. It's kind of funny because I can't hear anyone. But yeah, that's the drawing. I don't know. Hopefully it got seen properly. And here I am back. So I'll probably switch this off so I can hear what anyone is saying.
Inception-ish.
Okay. Did that work?
It worked.
Yay!
But I still think you should be able to turn your camera around to your front camera.
I was trying to work out how to do that and I couldn't see how.
That's all right. We achieved what we set out to achieve.
Yeah. Could you hear the music?
It was only coming through as top end, that sort of stuff. Oh, what happened to those guys, GRB? Do they still do music and tour and stuff? Hard Times used to be one of my favourite songs of theirs.
Bob's got a new pair of socks.
So you know what I really want to do?
There's another piece of it. Sorry. There's another piece of it about 8 or 10 inches long. So we'll see. I've got way too much stuff in this snake's habitat. I've been taking stuff out all this time and spraying it. Way too much stuff in there. You don't need all that.
Do you do anything with the snake skins that are not mite infested once
Well,
they come off.
I just sprayed this one down, at least the outside of it, and it's going to stay outside for probably a month. But yeah, the ones that are not, I give them to people. People like me to give them to them. I don't know why. Witches and such.
What I want to do, I make like sticks and staffs and wands, and I have this idea that I can like
One lady out.
some
One
snakes
lady,
out of a stick.
one likes to do Indian kind of stuff with them.
I think you can only use snake leather, because once a snake skin is off the snake, it breaks down.
But no, because do you remember when we went to those markets at Yukai, and there was that lady that had like the little like feathers sticking out of sticks and stuff like that? Well, she had it because I'd always thought of doing it, and especially when I was like trying to overcome my urge that they look like you just like could just slide a stick into it and trying to overcome that. But she had something where she'd gotten a thing and gotten the snake skin, and she was like telling me the glue that she used, and then she was like, and then you glue it on, and then you can like sand it and then lacquer over the top of it, and like it was preserved. It was like a ball of something. That so the thing underneath wasn't anything. She'd just done it to like highlight the snake skin. But I remember talking to her because I was going, oh, I've wanted to do this on my sticks. And she was like, yeah, well, you can. But if you want to sell it, you need a license.
She
Yeah.
hasn't. It hasn't moved at all. Not at all. But I'm about to move. There are 3 pieces of wood left in here, and they're all touching her. So here we go.
There's some nice bits of wood.
And it is nice wood. And way too much to be in there. I uncovered her head then, and I'm not sure she liked that, but we'll find out. She's not moving.
Yeah, well, I suppose if they're treated with a lacquer or something and sealed in, then they don't get to break down. Makes sense.
So I'm definitely keen. And like, I mean, I do gather some. They're around. You find them from time to time. So I just have to get in and do it. But it's like the 1,000 things. I've got the 1,000 things I want to do. So I'll get there eventually. But yeah.
Is that all it takes, DD?
Hang on.
Yeah, I'll go on out of here. Still didn't move. She kind of hit her head, her eye a little bit, but not her head. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, mate. Yep.
All right. Dang, that's covered with mites there.
Oh, I don't know about that one, Huawei.
All right, this is going to go one of 2 ways. She's either going to let me hold her, or she's going to fight like hell to bite me. I think. Want to see her? What I'm about to pick up?
Yes, we do.
Can you see her there?
No, because you've got the camera facing the wrong way.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've got nerves of steel, trust me. camera. She doesn't look that big there, but half of her is in that wood, or a third of that's a hollow stump under there. Anytime I fuck with the top before, it's been to put a rat in, so she's not trained that food's not on the way. She's kind of made a little S shape of her neck. I see that.
She's thinking about it.
She's thinking about food coming. Yeah.
How big of a tank is that she's in?
75. I think I've got that pointed the right way.
Yep.
So, I'm not going to try to take this wood out. I'm just going to move it and try to hook her and catch her by the neck. Hey, baby. Oh, Jesus. It's the first time I've ever seen the whole snake. She's massive. God. Well, to pick her up, she is. Half of her was in there.
I'd really love to be your next door neighbour and be called in to help you on these kind of jobs.
I'd love to be able to call you in.
Oh, Huawei, that's good, but does anybody want my old copies of Chiropractor Weekly? I got loads of back issues.
Oh, I see a poop in here, a nice big old poop. I've only gotten one out, and that one had worms on it. This one doesn't. So maybe those two wormings helped her. I said I wasn't going to take the wood out, but she hasn't done anything. That's a nice piece, too. It's her favorite.
That's so good.
That really is.
I'm going to take it out here and spray it, too. I put this off to the last second. You know what I'm doing.
No, I am a really big fan of a nice piece of wood.
Can't wait for the comment section to light up at that.
I like thought that when I said, but like it's, when I moved house, do you know how much we had a mountain of pieces of wood that I had to like? I can't move all of this. I have to throw it away. I've given the disease to my child. Well, but actually, wait. On that note, I did let go of my giant phallus at the last moment.
What did you end up doing with it?
I love you. Just put it like in the bushes somewhere. What my hope is that, so once upon a time I bought a house, and in the yard of the house was a big piece of wood. Like it was quite beautiful, but then it had a branch, and someone had shaped the end of the branch into like a penis head. And so it was this like amazing discovery to like be digging in the garden and find this enormous penis. And so I kept it for what would have been, I guess, 16 years. I kept it. I moved it house to house. I kept on like, you know, I had this plan that I would mount it on a wall because I thought it would be really magnificent, because it was magnificent. It was proud and strong. Anyway, because I have so much stuff, the last time I was moving, I threw away lots of things. In the end, I threw away things I may have probably wished I could keep, but I couldn't move. I just physically couldn't move enough stuff to this house. So stuff that was like wood that can just get chucked in the garden. So mountains of nice wood got chucked away. And so did the giant phallus. The big penis went in the garden. And what I'm hoping is that someone will come across it. Someone will be out there in the garden and they will go, oh my fucking God, that's a giant dick. So even though I have had to let go of it, it makes me happy to imagine that person coming across it.
Okay, I tapped her like I used to do when I was hook training her. about halfway back, and she didn't flinch at all. If it were you, Blackie, by yourself, would you go ahead and grab behind her head, or would you hook her and pick her up and then try to grab that head flailing around?
Yeah, I'd with pythons always I'd go for middle of the body first and let them try and get away and hold them lower in the body, and that way it's easier to dodge the head. I'm not a fan of grabbing behind the head because generally they'll chill out after a little while, even if they get feisty at first. You know, I prefer to pick up a python from mid body to lower back.
And just let her hang here in the tank and then grab her head or take her head?
Well,
I
what do
could
you need
actually
to?
spray her while she's hanging there if she'll be still.
Right, that's right. You're spraying.
Right? She's still looking at me like, fuck around and find out.
But will she be
Stress.
cool with? Sorry, Scums, you go.
No, you go.
If you pick her up in your hands, is she going to be mellow?
I don't know. I've never picked her up.
Righto, right. There in
I only
nice
moved
little.
her once with the hook just because I was trying to see her entire body to inspect her. And I thought she was going to bend I just bent it. So she probably will bend this hook and break it. It's a thing.
Doesn't look like the strongest hook.
I just broke the handle off of it and it's been used like 3 times. Yeah, that's not going to hold her. I'm glad I tried that. With it all together, it seems like it might. It's very flimsy. It's like a little snake, a corn snake or something.
I made my own snake hook out of a golf club handle and a large metal spike, and just bent the metal spike in a vise.
She's ever so imperceptibly almost coiled her, made her S just a little bit more noticeable in her. So I could pick her up where I tapped her, which is maybe a third of the way back. She's got everything else within access of her mouth, really.
I'd just be biting the bullet and just getting her used to you holding her first for a little minute, and then maybe once she's chilling in one of your hands, then you can sort of start giving a little bit of a spray and spreading the juice liquid with your spare hand.
She's wild caught, so I don't know how much she's ever been handled.
Yeah, I'm kind of just encouraging the quality content of seeing a snake bite on Pam's stream.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's going to bite me, and I think it's probably going to hurt a little worse than the 2 small ball pythons I've been bitten by before, but those weren't anything bad. But I think this is a different level. I'm adding a little drama to it there too. I was watching Reptilian Garden, and she has one that she raised from a baby that's almost adult and looks like it's about this size. And of course, it lets her handle it all over, and that would be my goal with this snake, and that's what I wanted to do. But we had all these things happen. This tank is braced also. I'm just thinking the logistics of picking her up on that side. Yeah, I'm going to have to go in on the side where she can bite me easy. I can't get away except straight up. Damn it.
If you slowly approach her with your hand, does the S in her neck get tighter? Does she get really defensive, or does it stay the same and she's just staying curious?
It stayed the same. She turned her head a little bit, just maybe not even a quarter of an inch. She's not acting aggressive.
Doesn't seem like she's feeling threatened or anything.
I think she still thinks it's time to eat, but she's been in here like 3 months, I guess. Okay, I'm just rubbing her little naughty stuff over here all the nights.
How big is it? About 5 foot, you say?
I think she's that at maybe close to 6. Because they were supposed to be 60 to, I think it was 85 inches on the underground reptiles. I think it was 60 to 85. It might have been 75, but I don't know. I'm just touching her and getting bites all over my armpit from leaning on this.
Do you have heating underneath that tank or overhead light?
She has underneath heating pad, and she's not on it. She never sleeps on that pad. She never has.
Yeah, they'll go to it when they need it.
Down at this end, but it stays like 78, 80, 82 in here. I've been in sometimes, though I accidentally touched her closer to her head. She lit up then. She moved a little bit and started flicking her tongue. But some of the experts say as long as they're flicking their tongue, that's a good sign. They're curious still when they stop flicking. She seems to be watching my other hand. I don't know. She's got some black eyes now. Yeah, it was just because I was like a foot from her head. I touched her second coil and she wasn't quite ready for that yet.
And how does she react if you try and move her?
That's just what I was about to do. A lot more tongue clicking. Turning her head toward me, but I'm keeping those two coils. Here she comes. She's looking for my hand. You see her? There we go. Here we go. That's how big she is.
Pretty girl.
This ought to piss her off real good. She's not trying to bite me. She's just looking around.
Yeah, it's definitely not looking aggressive.
Yeah. I appreciate your comments and support, Blackie. You can. She said, "Oh hell no, that stuff stinks." She dropped down. I do want to get her covered real good, though.
Yeah, she probably kind of helped you a bit there by doing that.
She actually did, but now she's holding on with her tail. Holy shit! Look how strong she is. The doe. I'm supposed to go up and down here and spread this out. He's going, no, not the face, not the face. Not this pretty face.
If you worry about getting too much of it on her face, then just have a water bottle, a different water bottle to spray her face. Yeah, she's not. I don't think she's interested in biting you. She's just curious as to what the heck's going on.
She found out what I taste like just then with her tongue. Hey, baby.
It's a gorgeous snake.
It's a beautiful snake.
She's a good 5 pounds. I wanted to run this up and down her and around her like I did the small one. She definitely knows where I'm at. Hey, baby.
Do you have like a dish sponge or a rag or something?
No, I'm just going to use my hand.
Yeah.
That's what I did with the other one. Oh, how cool is this? Look at her. Watch her nail me, but it's worth it, I'll tell you. Don't get me. Not there. No. Make all the ladies at Walmart unhappy. No, no, no. No. No, no, no.
Yeah, that's not bite behavior.
She just acts real curious, but I bet if I move my hand the wrong way. What you think? You're out of that damn box. How about that? her face and head isn't nearly as big as I thought. Can y'all see her at all? She
Oh, got him.
She missed me though. She missed me though. Jesus.
There you go, DD. Hit your clip button.
Yeah.
I know Dee Dee's gonna want one of these now. She's not getting out of there. Let me see if she missed me. I think she did.
It looked like only the top jaw tagged you. It was just a kiss.
She didn't. I can't even find a scrape. I thought she scraped me. Yes, she did. Yay! Show the blood for the people watching.
Oh, we all love the blood.
Can you even see it? It's just three little speckles there.
I'm going to guess that you're not going to die of blood loss tonight, Bob.
It scraped me there, but it didn't go in. If that had gone in. All right. But now I don't have to handle her anymore. She just goes back in out of the tub. That was pretty good, I think, not to have been handled, at least here.
Yeah, I agree. And potentially, you know, get a routine going where you get her out and handle her once in a while.
I think that stuff being all over her, sure it got in her eyes, probably pissed her off pretty good too. It would me. All right. I'm glad that's over. For 2 weeks. You know what I think I'll do next time is go ahead and put her in the tub and work with her in there. She's got an S going now. Look at her. You see her?
She got a taste of you.
Yeah. I'll find her in bed with me tonight. You watch. No, I'm not scared. I never think about that. Snakes are in here. All right. She almost got me.
I had a bite from a python once that actually left a tooth in my skin.
From a what?
From a python.
It's about to shed, probably. I guess.
My son got bitten by a python when he was 2.5 or something. But it don't leave any teeth in him. No, it was actually a really horrible experience. Not because of the snake bite.
When I got bit by Sandy, the little ball python, that was just a straight on bite because he was in shed and stupid me couldn't see his face and I was feeding him all the things you're not supposed to do. And just the instant I thought that, he nailed my ass and got my finger right there. And I mean, it bled and bled and bled, but I barely felt it. But it made for a good live stream.
Tell the rest of your story, Sarah.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, the snake bite itself was like fine. What happened was we were at the park and there was like all the birds were coming because there was a snake, but we didn't realize there was a snake, but there was a couple of birds up there going peep, peep, peep. And so my little baby has gone running over to look at the birds, but of course they're peeping because there's a snake coming across the ground. So he's run up to right under them where they're doing their warning calls. And anyway, so the snake bit him. It was just a python. He got like some, he bled and stuff. But so after he got bitten, I was like, well, I wonder if I should go to the doctor and just get them to clean it. Because I had to pick up my other kids from school. Like it was this whole thing in the afternoon. So I got, I'll just take him to the doctor and they can clean it out straight away in case there's any germs in there. That'll be all good. So I took him to the doctor and therein started the nightmare where the first doctor that I took him to, she was quite young And she was like, oh, yeah, let's get that cleaned up for you. Like, all good. I was like, it's totally, like, fine. It wasn't a poisonous snake. It's just, you know, maybe germs in the wound or whatever. And so she started doing the stuff, and then she went out to get something to clean with and talked to someone else at the doctor. And she came back in and she's like, I'm so sorry, but I have to personally escort you to the hospital. And I was like, why? And she goes, well, they have to take him to the hospital. Like, it's the law, and I can't physically leave your presence from this moment on and until I get you to the hospital. And I was like,
It was a snake bite.
yeah, because it was a snake bite. And I was like, okay, we'll go to the hospital to deal with it. So and like we went in her car, so I had to leave my car there at the doctor's surgery, and they drove us to the hospital. And at the hospital, they were like, right, we can't like let you leave. We're going to have to do some tests on him. And I was like, there's nothing wrong with him. Like it definitely wasn't. Well, because if it's a poisonous snake,
Venomous.
particularly a brown snake, but if they have like the same toxins, they check to make sure that the blood isn't reacting to the poison. But so I was telling them, like, 100% it was a python. I said, if there was anything, like, I would be worried, but I saw the snake and it's like totally fine. It's a really distinctive snake, blah, blah. And I was like, but I have to go and pick up my other kids. So can we go and come back? And they were like, they wouldn't let my child leave the hospital. So luckily where the hospital was and where I could pick them up from the bus. So for you, Mikey, this is like Mullum Hospital and at the Wilson's Creek turnoff near the golf club there. So I was like, okay, I can go there really quickly. And so I like convinced my little child I'm going to leave him alone. And they promised they wouldn't do anything until I came back. I was like, I just have to pick up my other kids. But while I was gone, they put a cannula in his arm and stuff while I was gone, which was for like 15 minutes. And they put an adult cannula in his arm. And so he was really stressed and had like a giant bruise and was like freaking out. And then I was saying, you need to stop doing this stuff. And then they're like, we have to take him to the other hospital. And I was like, fuck. I was like freaking out. But we all went on the adventure to the other hospital. Mm-hmm. And then they were like, took him into this giant room where they were trying to take blood, but the wound, because they put the wrong cannula in his arm. And I was having this massive argument with them going, like, you are traumatizing my child over nothing. And they were going, we've had people who think they know what snake it is and they don't really know what snake it is. This is, you know, your child could be going to die. And I was like, it was a freaking python. I said, look, I have a picture. I took, after he got bitten, I went and took pictures of the snake because it was fun. I was like, look at this. Like, it's not a brown snake. And she was like turning her head like as if like a magnet, you know, when you put the sides of a magnet together, and she like wouldn't look at my picture of the python. And I was like, if there is anyone in the world who cares about whether my child is poisoned right now or not, it's me. Mm. I care the most, more than any of you do. Like, and I am so confident that he's not, like, he's
envenomated.
He's not been envenomated. But the point is, like, he has nothing wrong with him. I just wanted his wound cleaned out. I didn't even have to come to the doctors. And, yeah. And it was at the point where, like, I would argue, but also he was stressing. So in the end, I was like, the best thing I could do is they wouldn't let me, and they were going to physically remove me from the room. So all I could do was go and start telling stories and singing songs to my child while they took blood out of him and made him cry and everything. And it was absolutely horrible. And they kept us there overnight, and they kept on doing this thing where they would try and take the blood out of this cannula that had, it was this awful experience. And then in the morning they were like, well, he's fine. I was like, yep, not really anymore, is he? Because he's just had a whole night of torment and torture. And So I was like, next time my kid gets bitten by a python, I'm just going to clean that shit myself.
Yeah. Luckily, everyone's got hand sanitizer now.
Yeah, wow. Like and if it had have happened at home, I would have just cleaned it myself and gone along with my day. But it was like we're at the park and I had these things to do. I just thought that would be really convenient. I'll just go to the doctor and they'll just give it a clean out and it'll be all good. It was really traumatic.
You know what that sounds like is that somebody got sued for letting somebody go home that they didn't realize was a poisonous bite.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it is. It was them just covering their ass legally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But to his detriment. Like,
Yeah.
His detriment wasn't covered by their legal code.
Their insurance done told them if you do it again, you're canceled. That's it.
no, I hate hospitals and doctors. Had enough bad experiences of them
Me too.
with my kids and everything.
How big was the snake?
Oh, it was big.
Oh, shit.
It was a great big snake. I don't know. 5 meters?
Why
5
did it bite-
meters.
Why did it bite him?
Like enormous big snake. It was at Brunswick Kids. It was like one of the biggest pythons I've ever seen. I got photos of it somewhere. Is that too big?
Yeah.
Hard to tell how big a snake is, but like it was a big, whopping big snake.
Was it bigger than this snake?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how big it was.
Has,
It was huge.
has
Like,
Bob-
You have confessed in the past to your inability to make visual measurements.
It's true.
has Huawei got a clip going of that snake almost biting me yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah. It's already up on YouTube.
Awesome.
Ah,
Can't wait to see it.
I had to follow the link and confirm that because he thought, he said, "Oh, I thought Bob got sprayed. He almost got bit." So I had to check that he actually got the right bit. And he did. Immortalized forever.
I got grazed like a bullet. Ooh, yeah, I got grazed like a bullet. That sounds dramatic.
I always thought it was a nice badge of honor getting bitten by a python because you get these two lovely U-shaped dots of bleeding spots on your skin.
She's got some big ass teeth. I watched her dispatch rats in here. She don't play. She knows what to do. Of course.
I've not been bitten by one.
Your loss, I guess.
I guess so.
You didn't miss anything, let me tell you. If that
My
graze,
main, well, I guess I'm a big one for just letting
Can't even
wild
see
things
it.
be.
yeah. I don't think I can see the blood even on there. Nope. I can see it, but you all can't. It's 3 little dots. 3 chances it had it puncture and it didn't. My armor took it away. My crusty old ass arm. Took it off. Now all I have to do.
Well, it's just about time to call it a night, but I'll see if anybody wants to put in any kind of little bid on this guy here, do it now, or I'm going to have an auction. I'm going to have to get a couple things done for an auction tomorrow night because I do have a bill that I absolutely have to get paid. So I'm going to have to do another auction tomorrow night. I can throw it up then. But if anybody wants to bid on this, now's your chance. With the 4 goslings.
Yeah.
And if not, then I'll throw it on Facebook and throw it up on for tomorrow night. Cause like I said, I gotta get at least 1 or 2 things done because I gotta get my heating bill paid.
Are you streaming tomorrow night?
I'm gonna have to, yeah. So we shall do this again tomorrow night
Cool.
if everybody is willing and able. And but for tonight, I'm gonna call it a night.
Awesome.
And
Hey, send me that clip, somebody, please. Please.
I can do that.
Thank you.
But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to end the broadcast for tonight. Good night, everybody.
Thanks, man. Good night, everybody.
No.
Thanks, Pam. It was fun.
And thank you guys for coming up. And hopefully we can get you up again tomorrow night if you got time. And good night, guys. Thank you, everybody.
See you when we're looking at you.
And don't go get bid again until we can get you on film, Bob.
Worry. 2 weeks, be here.